Welcome to the Beautifully Broken Chair channel. I want to invite you to come sit with us. I say us because we're not alone in our brokenness. There is a world that is broken and full of broken people. So pull up your chair alongside of ours so that we can have an open, honest, and vulnerable conversation. I want to start off by telling you the 3 reasons why we created this channel. Number 1, so that you know you're not alone in your brokenness. Psalms 34 says that God is near to the brokenhearted and he saves those that are crushed in spirit. You're not alone. Second reason is that there's great beauty that can be found in your broken. Isaiah 61:3 talks about how God will replace ashes with a crown of beauty, and that he'll replace mourning with joy and despair with praise. There's great beauty that can be found in your broken. And the third reason is so that you can see that there's power when you tell your story. Revelations 12:11 says that they have defeated him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, by their beautifully broken stories. So when you come to the chair on a weekly basis, you can expect to hear, number 1, somebody's story of brokenness. Somebody's story of brokenness that they transformed into something beautiful because they recognized that there was great power in their pain. So many times in our brokenness, that's all we can see. We can't see that there's a way out. We can't see that there's anything beautiful in the midst of death or in the midst of disease or in the midst of depression, divorce, disability, or even in the midst of just that overwhelming feeling of being a single parent or being a parent at all, or just being a teenager in today's world. But if we can help you to look at your brokenness with a different perspective, you will hopefully see great beauty in the darkest and most broken seasons. Listen, there is a reason for every season, even though you may not see the reason now. The second thing that you can expect when you tune into this channel weekly is to hear from myself. My name's Sherry Gable, and I'm a life coach and an author. I'm an author of the book called Beautifully Broken. Beautifully Broken is an 8-step process on how to shine again in your dark moments. I'm going to walk you through that 8-step process and teach you how to see that there's great beauty, again, that can be found in your most broken moments. I want to help you to learn how to recall the moments that broke you in a way that can bring life to yourself and to others. Also, often in our brokenness, we allow our hearts to become cold and hard. We forget how to love ourselves. We forget how to love others. We forget how to love God. So when you come to the chair, I want to teach you how to create a rhythm in your heart for yourself, others, and God again. I'm also going to help you to see that there's a fountain of grace that you can stand underneath in these seasons of brokenness. Because listen, a lot of times in our brokenness, we do a lot of dumb stuff. I know I did. But I'm going to help you to see that there's a grace that can cover you in those moments. You can forgive yourself, you can forgive others, and you can walk in a cycle of peace instead of chaos. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever put on a mask in your brokenness to hide your reality? I think we do this all the time. And that's why there's also a strip down in the process that you'll need to respond to. In our brokenness, we put on masks, we hide behind things which create a false lifestyle. We can't be intimate or vulnerable with others, with God, or even with ourselves. So in this series, I want to teach you how to strip off all the masks, how to strip off everything that you've put on that has created this facade that you're okay, because guess what? A lot of times in our brokenness, we don't feel okay. I know you have heard this many times, but I'm going to say it again. It's okay to not be okay. The thing that makes it okay to not be okay is when you talk about your brokenness in a vulnerable way with someone. You don't hide it. So pull up your chair and come sit with us, because guess what? We've been in the space that you're in before. We know what it feels like. Another thing that you're going to learn too is also how to realign yourself with rewarding relationships. We don't want to align with people who are going to lead us in a path or in a way that will not be fruitful for us. And then there's the rearming yourself. Because listen, when you begin to see that there's great beauty in your broken and you start shining and giving back to the world, there is going to be a battle. There's going to be a battle on your mind. There's going to be a battle in your heart. There's going to be a battle in your spirit and with your flesh. So you need to know how to arm up so that when you go into the battle, you don't get destroyed. You come out victorious. The last thing that I'll teach you in the Beautifully Broken process, in the Beautifully Broken Chair series, is all about you reciprocating the illumination, you giving back to the world what God gave you through this series. God's going to give you a lot if you'll open up your heart and your ears to receive. He's going to give you your thoughts back. He's going to give you your voice back. He's going to give you your love for yourself, others, and him back. He's going to give you your faith, peace, connections, your fight, and your vision back. So many times we allow our dreams and our vision to die when we're in our brokenness, and we become paralyzed by the pain. But in this series, you're going to learn how to tap back into your power so that you can create momentum for you to be successful in your purpose. So listen, come sit with us on a weekly basis. Pull up your chair and listen and grow. And know that you're not alone. Next week, I'm going to share my story. I'm going to share my testimony of how I went from the deepest, darkest valley of the painful suicidal thoughts when I was walking through a divorce and when I was walking through church hurt and when I felt like I wasn't enough. I'm going to tell you how I took that and turned it into the Beautifully Broken. But listen, I want you to remember this. You're not alone. There's great beauty in your broken, and there's power when you tell your story. So come sit with us and understand that you are beautifully broken.